So hello everybody. So this is apparently video 9. I'm doing a bit of a voiceover again. Just helps everyone understand where we're going, what we're doing, how we get lost, how we got no idea what we're doing. So we're at the Jardine River crossing heading north here. Interestingly, pricing wise, so obviously 2024 here, it was $130 return, and everyone's going off about it around me. But I thought, you know what? We were here in 1996, so we're talking 8 years ago, and it was 80. So it's not like it's gone up ridiculously amount. It's actually pretty. Well, it's not going to be reasonable. It should be free, but anyway, So anyway, we're crossing the river here. We've got some people, some of our team over the other side. The rest of us are going over. We're heading, continuing on the PDR, going to Seasha via Bamaga, obviously. We've been to, we were in Punsan Bay in 1996. Just give this a shot. As we were approaching, we were told that there was a bit of looting going on by the locals, but we didn't realise it was the local horses, not the local people. That's no, I didn't say we stayed at Punsan, you bunzi. Alright, let's carry on. Sorry, my wife thought I said something else, but that's okay. But we're on the ferry here, just crossing. La 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 la, she's still laughing. La 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 la.
Alright, go on, honey. Go.
La 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 la, just cross the river. I wanted to get out here for a pee, but they wouldn't let me. Why are you laughing? Stop laughing. Why is it taking so long to get over the river? Are we going?
Yeah.
Sorry, everybody. I should have mentioned I'm a comedian.
Why are you waiting to cross the river? You can say anything.
I can't say anything here. What? Let me talk. So anyway, like I said, we're just we're meeting part of our party on one side. The rest of our party is on the ferry. We are going, as I said, to Seasha. The usual corrugations, breaking things, enjoying the smell of red sand in our nostrils. It's it's fun. So here we go.
So we are in the PDR. We are in the PDR now, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say too much here, just enjoy the dust in your nostrils. And when we hit the black top, that's pretty much when you enter the outskirts of the top. But you've got Bamaga, you've got a few little towns there. Bamaga is obviously the main town in the top end. You got plenty of supplies there. You've got a little supermarket. You've got a couple of supermarkets there actually. You've got alcohol supplies. You've got fuel. But you got to be quick. They sell 91.95. Luckily, I missed out on 95 again, so I had to keep using octane booster.
Because someone's getting the 95.
Yeah, some jackasses in front of me took the 95, i.e. the people that we're travelling with, and they just thought it was funny. Anyway. Terrain's pretty much the same now. It's just, just trees and fairly blue skies. Well, the weather. Sorry, the weather wasn't the best, but on the state was okay. As you saw, the truck came through the other way. Got to be a little bit careful when you don't want to get too close to it because they're flicking rocks up everywhere. And
we got a chip, remember?
Yeah, no, we did get a. Yeah, we got. The funny thing was, we did get a stone chip on this trip, one stone chip, but that was only on the blacktop. So go figure. Anyway, yeah, there are a lot of washouts, and this is one of them. Obviously, this was so badly washed out that there was only a little trail through it. So let all these guys go through. Then we went through it. Some of them are quite deep. When I say quite deep, not deep to the point where you're going to get bogged, but it's just, yeah. So this guy's waiting. He's got a camper on the back of his car. Look, the terrain changes every year. Continuing on, like we copped a few of those, and you're just sort of going up and down, up and down. It's like a seesaw. Yeah, after a while it gets a bit tiring. So just keep traveling. There's another one. I did go through one of them. It's probably not on this footage, but I hit it a bit hard and I created a bow wave like a tsunami, and pretty much soaked everything in the car, on the roof, everything. So yeah, I was copping it for a few days after that.
Bloomfield.
Oh, was that Bloomfield? Yes, was it? Oh, yes. So okay, disregard that last comment. Thanks, honey. Way to go. You sure that was Bloomfield?
Yeah. Oh, we're in a cover, like going up the hill.
Yeah, so it's pretty much like this all the way. You sort of a lot of dust, a lot of as long as you're not following anybody, you can keep your windows open. It's not too bad. You're just smoking everyone behind you. And we've hit the blacktop now, so we're heading close to the town of Bamaga here, and Seisha Caravan Park is pretty much just on the other side, on the northern side of it. We spent 4 nights here, only because we're still trying to find out what happened to the 105. I know I said in previous videos that we knew what already happened, but obviously that was present tense or post tense, should I say. So basically what's happened here is I needed some parts for my GU, broke fans and crap like that, and there's only a couple of sort of mechanics up here. There's one that's quite a extensive business here, and there's another guy who's just pretty much whenever he feels like waking up, he does the work. So I ordered a fan for my GU from this guy. Had to wait 4 days, and it was really, really good, because once it came in, he goes, "Oh, I got you the wrong part." So whatever, it's pretty relaxed up here. I'm not going to criticize anybody, because I think I sort of get it, where they rely on other people to get it right. I was in front of them when they ordered it. There's no ill feeling towards these people. They just, they did the right thing. But it was happening all over the place. In Seisha, there was a lot of broken down vehicles. We had Isuzus, we had Rangers, we actually didn't have any Hiluxes. But there was a lot of other vehicles there. There was even a Ram there with broken front end. And everyone's just waiting. Like they just parked there. They're camping, just taking it easy, and got parts on order, fixing it when they arrive. And I was one of those people, like I said, and just didn't work out. I ended up driving back to Sydney with that broken fan. Big deal. I just backed off the thermostat on the fan, because it had a thermostatic clutch on it. So I just sort of backed that right off so it wouldn't fully lock up, and it never gave me an issue. Mind you, I did. This is all past post tense. I did end up replacing the water pump on the vehicle, because it had the most slightest bit of play in the bearing, but honestly, nothing to worry about. I'll probably end up keeping it as a spare. So this is where we're sort of staying for the next 4 days, just there in that little hut we hired. Somehow we squeezed 10 of us in there. Don't ask me how, but we did. So the snoring factor was level 10, right? So we had the snoring factor. We had bloody horses coming in at night, stealing our well, not just stealing our food, but stealing our toiletries. I'd go figure that one. Yeah, it was interesting. I thought I must have been doing drugs that day. I don't know what was going on, but no, it was happening. You know, waking up in the middle of the night and hearing this crunching going on. I'm looking up and there's this Neanderthal just looking over the top of me. You know,
someone was screaming, "Horse! There's a horse!"
There's a horse. Yeah, so my sister-in-law was screaming, "There's a horse in our hut," and I'm just, when you're sleeping and you hear that, and you wake up, you go, "No, I'm having a dream." It's got to be a dream, and you wake up, and there's a freaking horse right next to you, and these
long neck.
Oh yeah, this big long neck hanging over the top of you, just smiling at you. Yeah, good on you, mate. So, but it was all funny. It's, at the end of the day, you got to laugh. Part of the experience. And there was nobody there immune to that. Everyone we were walking around talking to people, go, "Oh yeah, the horses. Oh yeah. Don't leave anything out. Don't leave your laundry out, even your underwear. They'll grab it." So that's fine. All part of the fun. I think in this video we show the two culprits.
Yeah.
You know.
Coming in a sec.
I did have a chat to them, but they didn't listen to me.
Coconut. We'll grab some coconut.
Where are they? Oh yeah, so my missus actually was grabbing some coconuts off the tree. It was full on, like just cutting it up, and we were just having it as a snack. Beautiful. Just, you can't beat it. You can't beat that.
Crocodile there?
Yeah, so that's the beach we're staying on. Further on the left there, on this shot, there's a massive jetty there with a big cargo. Look, like, when I say cargo, like as in, just big ships. They just come in and they drop off a lot of supplies for the locals, whether it be food, whatever it is. They drop off the supplies, and we were fishing there one night, and on the way back, so it was pitch black, and we saw some eyes. Oh, there's our friends there. Yeah, these are the two culprits, unbeknownst to us, right? But they were helping themselves to pretty much everything. Just cooking Mexican jumping beans there. They're the coconuts we were sort of having snacks on every day. And this is our walk to the tip. So it's not too far a drive. You drive for about 20-30 minutes from Seashell. I think it was maybe half an hour. And you got a bit of a walk. You got probably another half an hour to walk. I mean, obviously you got to do the walk. Get a few pics with the sign right at the end. That's sort of looking west towards Punsan Bay that way. At low tide, you can walk around on the sand there. You can walk around and come back in. Just be a little bit careful because, obviously this is croc territory. Like I said, we did see one little bugger just staring at us one night. You could just see the big red eyes just looking at us. But it wasn't that big. It was only tiny, probably a metre. And that's us. It's just a quick snapshot of us. That's the car park closest to the tip. And obviously these signs are everywhere. Oh, okay. So after that, we sort of went for a bit of a drive along the coast on the west side. And this is sort of very close to Mission Beach. But there's beach after beach after beach here. It's really, really nice. You can drive on them. It's one of those things where you can't actually go for a swim, obviously, unless you've got, you're quite daring to. I wouldn't be doing it, obviously, because, there are crocs around. And I was surprised how many there were around that were active, because it's sort of their hibernation sort of time of the year. They're not that active, but they are. Actually, they are. They see a bit of grub like human, they will go for it. It was sort of sad that we were on the Bluefield track there, somewhere just a bit south of Cooktown. There was someone taken there, unfortunately. Probably a lot of you have heard about that. Father was just walking along the track there, the bank there, and it just collapsed. And he's gone into the drink, and he couldn't get out because it was so slippery. And the croc just grabbed him, and really sad. So this, obviously, on the top end, there's plenty of wrecks from World War II. This is Japanese when they were taking us. A lot of our guys, when they were fighting and lost their lives, obviously protecting this country. It's just a reminder that our country is so amazing because of these people, and nothing else. You know, so we need to be strong about this. I don't want to get too political about it, but you know, it's because of these people that we were our army folk, Navy and Air Force folk that, you know, risked their lives, lost their lives to protect this country. And this area here is really well sort of, it's where they landed. Obviously, this, you can see this here. They've just moved one of the bits so they could sort of cordon it off. It's just they sort of chucked it on each other. But most of the wreckage is where they landed. Plenty of memorials around for the wrecks here. Bit of history, you can really feel it. What they would have been going through, like really, like it's a jungle basically that they landed in. You know, they didn't have any, or very limited navigation. They wouldn't know where they were going. You know, they were either being chased or chasing, being hit, and they landed here. Obviously, these people did lose their lives defending our country. So a bit of history here, everybody, about what's going on. You know, when the Japanese attacked us back then. You know, we're just taking it all in here. And these are sort of scattered. You can find these wrecks sort of all over the place. There's also a massive radar. But sort of we're on our way back to, I think here we've just left Seashell. We're on our way back to the Jardine River here, I believe. This was amusing in itself because when we got there, there was about 40 cars in front of us, right? 40 cars. So you can imagine, and they're putting on, and some of them had big campers, like big caravans, off-road caravans. Some had campers, and the ferry can only, like when it's got campers on it, when you got a camper in your car, it probably could take 1, 2 possibly. So we were there for a couple of hours lining up. But you know, it's always an opportunity to, you know, talk with the people around you, see what they've been, hear the experiences. Pretty much everybody had a problem with their car, whether minute or major. Everyone said, yeah, had this, had that break, had this break. So yeah, Cape York is it's a very interesting place. If you're a boy, it'll make you a man. So yeah, unfortunately we're still boys. So anyway, so we're just coming up to the Jardine River crossing here, I believe. I don't know how long this video goes for. Sorry about that. But it's just basically going back the same way we came. The roads are okay, plenty of corrugations. Oh yeah, I didn't mention it. So on the front of the GU, my light bar is missing, and that was because on the way up it finally broke. Now I didn't notice it broke until I lied on it with my elbow, and it just fell off. So yeah, it had 6 points of attachment, and they all snapped, and that's just from the corrugations. And here's the big line to the Jardine Ferry. It's quite windy that day, which probably, what the hell? So sorry, we jumped ahead here and jumped ahead again. The previous shot was me just breaking down and my lock-up clutch freezing, and don't get me started on that. Okay, so we're staying here at Canal Creek. This is Canal Creek again. This is on the way back, because we're always finding a spot where it's a bit muddy. We don't care because we're sitting high up. Then we did a day trip to Elliott Falls, which is here, Fruit Bat, Twin Falls. So this is Elliott Falls. We spent a bit of time here. You'll probably see a bit of videos of us. Thank you. And yeah, just being silly, doing that. It's funny, not many people were here. There's only probably one other couple that was here. Most people seem to be at Fruit Bat. I think because there's quite a big drop here, and the flow is really strong. So there's a really strong current here because it's so narrow. So you got to be careful. That's my daughter being a bit of a smartass and showing off. So yeah, it's just because it funnels. It gets basically, if you're not holding onto a rock, it'll wash you downstream. But that's no big deal. You know, you just got a long walk back basically. Yeah, so we probably spent about an hour, maybe a bit more here, because it was nice. Had it to ourselves. Had a bit, you know, my daughter again doing little somersaults. And that's me just taking the. We don't have a GoPro. We have a couple of the DJI Osmo 4s. They're actually okay. I tried, so they're fully waterproof. I think I dragged it underwater here. I'm not sure, did I do that?
Yes, you did. Did you?
No, but I sort of did a bit of a pan under the water and that, yeah. So they're not a bad little camera, those. Only issue is I had that on the front of the car, on the windscreen with, you know, on a tripod, and it was trying to focus on the wrong thing. Now, whether that was my windscreen being dirty or not, I'm not sure. But you can see it's pretty clear. So if you ever think about getting a little, like either a GoPro or a little DJI, I mean, we went with the DJI because we were hearing they're overheating. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. That's pretty good. Like we've got no cover on that. It's just underwater. It's totally waterproof. So that's pretty clear, I guess. Yeah. A nice day. You know, we're all jumping in and out of the water. It's about a 2.5 meter drop there. Yeah, it's fairly deep and the water's crystal clear. As you can see, you can drink that water, not a problem. I think I had a bit of a sip because I was thirsty. Yeah, it's pretty clear because the water's moving. Not a problem. Pretty cool when, you know, this has been, you know, hasn't rained there for months and this thing is just raging. Shows how much water is in the top end, how much rain they get. Obviously, they had Cyclone Jasper hammer the east coast of Queensland, the top of Queensland there, you know. So, obviously it filled up. It's my bro contemplating life. And he's given it a shot and he's gone. Didn't come back up. Oh no, there he is. Yeah, we're just having a bit of fun there. I won't talk too much here, just enjoy it. So we're doing a backflip. Come on, you wuss, just jump. There you go. So, yeah, look, it's just a beautiful place. Water, you know, the water's just the perfect temperature to cool off. Thumbs up for that. I think after this we decided to go for a walk to Twin Falls. Yeah, I think we're all getting out here. We're going for a walk to Twin Falls, which is only just around the bend. It's only a couple of minutes. There's all walkways now. When I was back here in 1996, it was pretty barren, but you know, it just makes it a bit easier to get to sort of traverse the terrain here. They've done a good job here. And this is all free. You know, it's all free to everybody. There's nothing to pay here. The car park's free. Everything's free. So on the left here, as we go down the stairs and the ramp, Twin Falls. So it's the same access area to Twin Falls as it was to Elliot Falls. The Mongoloids are in front of us, but on the left here, so for some reason they call this Twin Falls, right? So there's two falls there, but then up the top there's another two falls, and below us there's another two falls. So I guess it's 3 times Twin Falls. So you get your choice of the Twin Falls, but it's a really nice spot. There were people at the top. We did want to go straight after this to Fruit Bat, so we didn't want to, you know, overdo it. A bit of a look around, take a few shots. It's quite picturesque. Now we're parked at Fruit Bat here, car park. It's a bit more of a walk to Fruit Bat from the car park. And Fruit Bat is easier to swim in because it's much wider and the falls aren't as tall, so you haven't got that really strong current. You can just, it's not going to take you, like if you're a weak swimmer downstream. Not that it matters anyway. We were told actually that at Elliot there was a croc, but it was a long way away from us. It was about a K downstream, and they're not going to come upstream. You know, someone had a drone shot over there and showed us, go, yeah, whatever. They're not gonna fight that current. And it's probably a freshie anyway. So yeah, we're just walking down to the falls of Fruit Bat here. So there's no real amenities apart from toilet. There's a toilet and obviously a toilet, and you can sort of have a quick shower if you want, just cold water. Pardon me. Which is all you really need when you go to these places. I mean, most people are self-sufficient, you know. You're not going to come here on a day trip from any city that's close. I mean, this is a long way up, obviously, unless you're coming from the top down. And if you're a local, you're not going to do that. As I said, it's a bit of a walk. I think it took us about 10 minutes from the car park to walk down to Fruit Bat Falls. But obviously going, you know, it's all downhill too, so it's a bit of a bastard getting back up. But it's fine. You know, they have, you know, a few picnic tables along the way if you want to have a bit of a break. Obviously, because it is a fair walk. I'm not trying to discourage anybody. It's not ridiculous. Yeah, but it is beautiful. Like, yeah, these places, you know, preserved quite well. And you know what was nice was that we didn't see any, like, you know, all the blogs we read, people going, oh, people are messy, they're this, they're that. But I'll be honest, I didn't see anything. I didn't see any rubbish or dirt or anything, and the odd bit of paper that just blew away from something. Just pick it up, chuck it in the bin. It's no big deal. It's actually really clean up there, surprisingly. You know, only because, based on what people were saying. So, no, it was quite nice. Very, very pleasant. And interestingly, as we get down to there, when we get close. So, as I said previously, I came here with my sister-in-law and brother, just the three of us, in 1996. And no word of a lie. When we looked over this railing and looked at the falls, it was like it had stopped in time. Nothing had changed. It looked identical. No erosion. If I took a snapshot back then and put it together on here, which would have been great to do, you'd think it was at the same time. Like, nothing had changed. No erosion, no nothing. And in fact, everything had improved. You know, there was more green. Everything improved. You know, obviously having these walkways, it sort of put people on the right track to get to it. Where before, when you'd have to walk through the sticks and that, you're just sort of walking willy-nilly through things. But here it's beautiful. They've got a nice little walkway where they needed to have it. You know, where it's sort of got a bit steep. But as you can see, the falls, they looked identical as 28 years ago when we were here. You know, you can, and because it's so wide, you can go for a swim straight. It's easy to go under there, get a bit of a massage under the falls. There's all different points you can sort of sit under there. And you can go underneath the falls and look out. There's actually gaps under the rock, so it's.
And it's sand.
Yeah, and it is sand. Thanks, honey. So the bottom's all sand. It's all sand. See, Elliot was all rock, but here it's all sand. It's like a beach. There are a few rocks, but most of it is sand. It's nice under the foot. And you know what? We were barefoot. You don't need to take anything. There's a couple of rocks that might be a bit sore when you step on them, but it's okay. It's not too bad. To be honest with you, we had reef shoes. We didn't put them on, but if you have reef shoes, it makes it much easier, because there's rocks sort of scattered everywhere, but most of it's sand here. And the top's quite interesting. It's just a nice flat rock, just flowing straight into here. So we've left there and we've gone to Bramwell, and my nephew here is working on his patrol, just fixing a very loose ball joint on his steering arm. We got that done, and we're on our way to Weipa here. So, but I had a lot of issues. I had a lot of issues with the white GU, with the car. It kept going into limp mode. Sort of figured out what it was. We just kept resetting it, clearing the thing, and so we decided to stop at York Station. Beautiful little, like it's a huge dam. The owners allow you, it's like a $2 coin donation, and you've got the whole place to yourself. It's just a beautiful place. We had a great night here. Just resetting, and my son's car had a nice big flat the second time. We didn't actually fix it properly. So he got that flat at Seasha, big bolt in it. Not from the track, just he got that at Seasha, so ran over a bolt, went straight into his mud terrain. We did try to patch it at Seasha, didn't quite seal properly. So we gave it another shot. I think we got this on film in the morning. But as you can see, we're sort of set up. It's just a beautiful spot here on the dam. No crocs. It is a working property. There are cattle here, just further away. They sort of set this area for people just to come in. We're fixing the tyre here. I think we're just adding a few extra plugs here, giving it a good clean, adding a few extra plugs, and it never had a problem after that. It's funny how it's gone in sideways. Yeah, this is our drone just taking a bit of a shot of our camp spot, and the dam's just beautiful. When we wake up in the morning, it had a little slight mist over it because the nights a little bit cool some nights, and it was just beautiful. It had that little bit of mist over the water. So we're leaving here now for Weipa. We weren't that far away, and we just sort of camped one night at the caravan park there at Weipa, just to reset. Wash a heap of clothes because they've got full amenities there. They've got washing machine, dryers, everything there. They've got showers, and the place is pretty much chock-a-block every day. It's like full on, and most people do book. Obviously, with our itinerary, doing up the telly, you just can't. It's so hard to predict when you're going to get there, and if there was no way we could have predicted we were going to be here. Like I said, the day before we broke down. Not broke down, but we were delayed, so we didn't want to push it all the way into there. So you got to give yourself a little bit of time when things like that, just in case things like that happen. But coming into Weipa, the roads are just incredible there. Obviously, there's still dirt. But the mining companies there really look after the roads for their machines. They mine, I think their main mineral they mine is bauxite. So all the areas around there are really well graded, and so the corrugations were few and far between here. And you're pretty much going from really hard. They had trucks there wetting the roads down, so you're not getting a lot of dust. And then you come into town. It's quite a big town. There's plenty of there. There's Woolies there. There's a few service stations. Mind you, so everyone knows they only sell, apart from diesel, they only sell 91 octane. I thought for some reason they would have had 95 at least, or even 98. But once again, I was in the crappers there. I had to go buy some more octane booster. But that's okay. They had it there at premium prices. But it is the top end, and they're paying extra fees getting that stuff in. This is our camp spot at Weipa at the caravan park. Beautiful caravan park. It was really hot. So this is technically the Gulf area. This is the west coast of the Cape. Now where we were camped, we got a nice spot there right on the beach. There obviously can't go on the beach because there's crocs everywhere, and there was a croc there just in the. We're probably going to do a bit of a pan later, but that's our setup. As I said, it was a bit of a reset. Just the one day, we just did a bit of a reset, did a heap of washing, because we got there around about midday. That was the advantage of sort of leaving early from one place that's quite close. You just get there and you just do everything you need, and you set yourself up for the rest of the trip, which we did. We washed all our clothes, did some shopping again, all the necessities, because we had to keep going after this, obviously, because we're heading to Chile Beach after this. So this is the sunset. There's a river that goes inland here. We were warned that there's a resident croc, quite a big one here, about 3 or 4 metres. Actually 4 or 5 metres, should I say. They said it's fine to cross that. There's like a creek. Fine to cross it at low tide, but do not go there at high tide because he's just hanging in there. We didn't bother going for a look there. We just took their word for it. Like I said, we were just trying to do a bit of patchwork on the vehicles, just get them ready again for the remainder of the trip. And it was really packed. This place has a swimming pool, tiny one, fish and chip shops there. It's like I said, full of amenities. There's plenty of shops around. Big town, all things considered. It's probably, I'd have to say, the biggest town there. So this is the next day. We're heading out, and we're heading towards. So we're going to Chile Beach, right? We're going to Chile Beach here, and we were going to go to the Frenchman's, but because a couple of cars were still, like my son's and my car, had a little bit, we weren't sure how they were. But you know, we're going on Portland Road, and that's pretty much it. We stopped here. This is the Wenlock. We stopped here for a quick bite, and the next video we'll be heading off to Chile Beach. This is beautiful. This is the Wenlock, but it's actually a lake. This is the causeway there. So our next video we'll be continuing on to Chile Beach. Hope you enjoyed the video. My narrating hasn't been the best, but you'll probably get an idea of where we were, what we were doing, and hopefully you enjoyed it. And we'll see you in the next video. So cheerio.
Bye.